the Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode number 43. I am Nick, your host, and with me is my co-host Joel, back again. Finally, been a few weeks since we've been together. Now we're
Facts.
back.
Back in full force, baby.
Exactly. Back at it again. Before we even get to the episode, as always, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Click the post notifications bell right next to the subscribe button so you know when we post an episode. And of course, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and anywhere else we can be found. So as this is being recorded, Money in the Bank, it is 2 days away. And of course, when this episode drops, it's going to be 1 day away. So as always, for every prediction video episode that we do, going through the card, give our thoughts, predictions, who we're going to think is going to win, and so on and so forth. So to kick it off, the kickoff show was announced earlier today. I don't know if you heard about this, Joel. But there's a
show.
it shouldn't be. It's one of those matches that shouldn't be on the kickoff show, but it's actually really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one did they put on there?
It is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's one of
Okay.
those matches. It's Rey Mysterio and Dominic versus the Usos.
On the pre-show?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying too. Like, they should, out of both tag team matches, that is the one that's on the pre-show. Like, come on. At least put the Raw Tag Team Championships on there. Like,
This match, like the Mysterios and Usos are part of like your best and biggest storyline happening right now with WWE. And you say, you know what? You know what would be best for business? Let's put them on the fucking pre-show. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Why would they even do that?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, it's not the first time they've done something like this. They've done like multiple matches. They had the Raw Women's Championship match once on the pre-show. It was like an Asuka match. I'm like,
well,
we spoke about it too.
They showed no respect to Asuka when she was champion. So like, it made sense. They really like trashed her. So like, wow, that's incredible that they put the SmackDown.
That's not even a pre-show worthy match. It's more than a pre-show match.
Yeah. If anything,
like probably not the first match of the card. Not even.
Yeah, I would put them to kick off the the show.
Yeah. That's why it's
because you always want you kick off. Because you always want no pun intended, but kick off the show with a hot match that, especially that is it in front of a crowd?
Yeah. It started tonight on SmackDown. It's going to be in front of a crowd again, which is awesome.
Yeah, starting tonight. Yeah, so that would be the I guess maybe that's the first match in front of a crowd. So you're like, let's put it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's their mindset behind it.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel.
The very first match has to be a banger of a match instead of having like. I don't think you would want people to come in and see like the Viking Raiders versus AJ and Omos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After a long wait of time, even though SmackDown already happened at this point, you don't want like their first pay-per-view to be a match like that.
So now, is this is where the predictions come in?
Yeah.
Is this where the feud of Dominic and Rey plans being seeded?
I think so.
You think so?
I think the Usos are going to take the win here and get the titles. I think it makes sense now because now you have now Jimmy's a part of the group now. He's accepting of Roman and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think
it makes sense.
Yeah, they make them champion along with Roman. And yes, for the terms of Dominic and Rey, I think it would be the best time to do so. I my opinion, I feel like it should have happened a while back. Like I said, Hell in a Cell.
And started
and then
slowly
building it to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they could still pull it off easily and then have it continue after SummerSlam. Have the first big match at SummerSlam instead of waiting for the second or third time around to do it.
That is true. I just feel like the first big match should be happening at SummerSlam. I feel like if they're going to do this rivalry, they have to do it now rather than just throw it away at let's say, Extreme Rules in December or something like that. You know what I mean? I think this is the time to do it. Even if you leave the championships on them, like you can have this match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've seen champions go at it before.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like also at the same time they're feuding with another team.
Yeah.
And then
but I do think, like you said, the Usos are taking it. I think the Usos are taking it off of them. I think this is to get the crowd. Now that I think about it, this is the first crowd in front of the match. They should just not have a kickoff show. They should just start it on, like just start it on the pay-per-view, have all the matches on the card. Like, to be honest, it's an all right card.
Yeah,
but the crowd is gonna make it better than what it is.
I'm guessing it was because like the SmackDown Women's Championship was taken off the card. So I'm assuming they were like, let's put something else in it and then just have it replaced with the, I'm not saying that match was the kickoff show, but like, I'm guessing they're trying to save, something big, and continue that.
Because that's tough. That was a tough loss. That was a tough loss for WWE, especially that she's been so white, hot, like.
And it was right when the fans were about to come back, she got injured. That sucks. That sucks. She was killing it from day one of the pandemic era, and then all of a sudden, it's a week away and she gets injured. That sucks.
That's tough. I hope they keep her on TV. I hope they keep doing the ding dong hello here and there, even if it's not every week, here and there, just to make sure she gets screen time. I want them to, because right now she's hot. They need to treat her like they did when Stone Cold got injured during his prime. That even though he was injured, he was still doing skits backstage. That's when we got the comedic Stone Cold. But I feel like keeping him on TV kept him relevant in your mind. That you were like, this is the guy. This is Stone Cold. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's 9 months. I don't know. Like, it's tough. Yeah. So it's like,
tough.
Would they want? I'm not saying no disrespect to Bailey, but like, would they want her to be on for that long doing her shows and not wrestling?
I think so, because
they usually they're the people who are like, oh, like, this is 9 months that they just take your time to rest and then just come back whenever you're ready, type of thing. Like Becky, I mean, Becky, she easily could have come back or just something, but they're waiting for the right.
She wasn't coming back before the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, maybe is she the type of person to, like, if like she randomly returned, would people want to cheer her? She's like you said, she's getting Bailey. Like,
Bailey. Like, I think so. So.
Now, like you said, she's being hot right now with her heel run. So like, I don't think they want to mess that up right now. Like, if she comes back, people might cheer. So it probably would make sense to have her on TV for a bit.
Yeah, but my thing is that if she's gone too long, we're gonna build sympathy for her. You know what I mean? As fans, we're gonna build sympathy for her. So when she comes back, she can't be the heel that she was when she left. At least if she stays on TV, stays relevant, not every week, like I said, here and there, maybe like every 3 or 4 weeks, or maybe she does every SmackDown before pay-per-view. They do like a segment with her, and she has the champions on her show or something like that. Just have her still being a heel. Because, like I said, it's gonna build sympathy for her as the longer she's out.
Yeah.
Because I remember the same thing happened with Triple H. When he tore his quad the first time, he was white. He was hot with Stone Cold. It was what they call themselves. Oh my goodness, I was just talking about it the other day too. Oh man, I can't even think of the name right now. Whatever, but he got injured, messed up his leg. What happened?
The era, or like
no, when they were when they were a tag team. I forgot what they were called. I was just talking about it the other day too. The 2-man power trip. That's what they were called. And after he left, months he was gone, and then he came back, and they had no other choice but to make him babyface. No matter if that was the plan or not, when he came back, they had no other choice because the crowd was just hyped to see him. So I feel like it was over the months that people built sympathy for him. So I think Bailey, you need to keep her relevant and keep her consistent on TV.
Yeah, I would agree.
In some type of way. Even if you bring her, maybe she does commentary for a little bit here and there.
That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe she does commentary with Michael Cole. Yeah. That would be funny.
Don't ever do the Samoa Joe and leave her there.
Yeah,
don't do that.
It would be cool if for the women's matches she comes in.
Like here and there she comes out and she talks her trash. You know what I mean? Like
like a guest commentator, not like a full-time thing.
Yeah, no, yeah, like that's what I said. Like here and there, maybe like a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like a big match here.
Maybe she's the host of SummerSlam.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe she's hosting it. And she's on her wheelchair. She just wheels around. You know what I mean? And even though we know she's hurt, it's kind of comedic. You know what I mean? Like
and then, funny. She can make it work.
Yeah, and like maybe she hires an NXT person to carry her, like drive her around. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Or even give her a scooter. Give her a scooter. Let her chill.
Let her and Riddle go to Raw. And then
let her chill on a scooter. I think you got, me personally, I just think you got to keep her relevant.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's cool that at least I like how they kind of built it up, with now, not built it up, but not built up with the Carmella match now. Do you think they would have better off doing it on SmackDown? Do you think they would have kept keeping that match on Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
It's tough. Yeah. Now that you know it's on SmackDown, you know nothing big is going to happen. Yeah. Even though we don't know now because this is the first
show
in front of a crowd.
It could be different. Yeah, it could be different.
So Bianca's going to get a big pop. Carmella, people are always iffy on her. Yeah. Maybe she takes the belt off of her. You know what I mean? Maybe this is the night.
Shock factor.
You never know.
Yeah.
It gives you that big moment of the night.
Maybe we get like a Toni Storm debut, and that's the next feud with Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Who knows? That would be cool.
Somebody calls to the match, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's literally besides Carmella, I don't think they feuded yet, Bianca and Carmella. But either way, that would be cool to see for long term. Either Toni Storm as a heel, that would be cool to see as well. Speaking of the next match, the Raw Tag Team Championships, the Viking Raiders versus AJ Styles and Omos. Do you see the Viking Raiders taking the titles off of them, or do you want to see them? You don't think so?
Nah, I think AJ and Omos got it. I think they're gonna keep the belts.
I think they're taking the titles off of them. I think so. I feel like it is. I feel like it's the time to do so. Maybe this is the heel turn. This is the heel turn where Omos goes by himself.
Okay.
Kind of where like this is the monster that probably Vince wanted to have for a while.
Yeah.
Like the 7'3" guy who clearly you've seen on Raw just killing shit and just really throwing people left to right.
Yeah.
And it's like I think this is the guy to go by himself, especially.
No, yeah, definitely.
Because would you want to see Omos overpower AJ Styles like that? Like just everyone get the attention, especially now with crowds coming back. I think that would be a great time to start the feud. Like, okay, now you see Omos turning on AJ. Maybe AJ is the heel and Omos is the baby face.
I think maybe they should start at Money in the Bank. I think
the teasing of it?
The teasing, and then I think they're losing the belts at SummerSlam.
Okay.
I've been saying
I think that'll be the biggest shock factor.
And I think they're gonna, to be honest, the way it's looking, it looks like RK Bro is taking it off of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's the big match for SummerSlam.
We haven't seen Randy in weeks though, which is the weird thing. Yeah. I don't know why. Like we haven't seen him on TV in a while. I don't know what the reason is.
I think it's because
I have my thoughts on that later on in the episode on why he's not out. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's been off. Me personally, I think he's been off because they got Matt Riddle in his Money in the Bank storyline. You know what I mean? So he can't really be in two storylines at once. So I think they decided just to take Randy off for a while. Till this whole Money in the Bank passes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think AJ and Omos will break up, but I think it'll happen at SummerSlam. I think they'll tease it. They should. I think they should tease it like leading up to it. Like he's always talking trash about Omos, be like, "Oh, I'm the reason why we're champions."
Yeah.
I do most of the ring work. This guy is just a muscle.
Yeah.
And like just little things throwing jabs at him here and there that maybe he cost AJ the match at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Maybe AJ goes for the tag and he just walks out on him or something like that.
Yeah.
Something to that extent.
Yeah, I'm just like a big fan of the Viking Raiders. I think they were.
I love the Viking Raiders. I think
it'd be cool to see them back with the title. I think they can at least make the, no offense to AJ and Omos, but like I think the Viking Raiders can start doing a lot more of the tag division over there. We haven't really seen much with AJ and Omos.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Viking Raiders they're gonna win it after.
Okay.
I
I
think
think
right now they're gonna give it to.
it's either they're winning it now, or they might go or it might just go up going to SmackDown during the draft.
True,
I
I
think it'll
forgot
be
the draft is
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, so I think that's why they're just getting a Raw title match now, and maybe have
Maybe
RK Bro versus AJ and Omos at SummerSlam, and then a few weeks later the draft happens, they go to SmackDown and win.
because my thinking was RK Bro wins it at wins it at SummerSlam, and then they feud with the Viking Raiders, and maybe down the line Viking Raiders take it off of them, like maybe like on a Raw or something.
Yeah.
I think it's just I think RK Bro is just there to take the belts off of AJ and Omos. I think it's just to lead that storyline. It's not really for them to be like multiple time tag champs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think it'll lead up to a match, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I think it'll lead up to a match with Riddle and Orton.
Yeah. So you got AJ and Omos on that one. I got the
Yes,
Viking
sir.
Raiders. Next matchup, the Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley.
Woo!
Again, I'm not that excited. I'm not too excited about this one, not gonna lie.
Oh, me either.
I should be, but it's like, it's not. We've seen this over and over again. There's got to be someone else. I mean, it would have been better if like Shayna Baszler or Nia Jax got the match.
Yes.
This time around. Maybe that is the plan for the future. Maybe the next feud is either Shayna or Nia for Rhea Ripley, because that would be a better match in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. I think Shayna.
I don't know what they're doing with her, man. We can go.
I think she's the person.
Every episode. What are they doing with her?
Always. I think she's the person that takes the belt off Ripley. I don't think cool. But I think she's the person that can do it. I think Rhea needs to lose like believable. I feel like the only person to do that is Shayna. I think if she puts her to sleep, like what could stop Rhea Ripley? Nothing could stop her right now, unless you put her to sleep. You know what I mean? And she's not, and you could use that. She's not a grappler. She doesn't know. You know what I mean? So maybe I feel that's the person that should take it off from. This match, not excited at all. Like you said, we've seen this many times before.
Who you have? I got Ripley winning this. I kind of feel like they might go with the.
You Charlotte have win. Ripley?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think the only reason why they would give it to Charlotte this Sunday is because it's in front of the crowd. 15? What?
14 times, baby. 14, right? Or is it going on 15?
I think it's 4. I think it might be 14.
I think if she wins it, I think she'll be a 14-time champ.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like in front of a crowd, people are gonna want to boo her. You know what I mean? Even though they might do anyways, even though she doesn't. Yeah.
Also, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like they're both heels right now.
That's what I was thinking too. I was gonna say, like, is she a babyface?
Yeah, like I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
However the crowd decides.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're both
I think they'll cheer Ripley.
Heels right now. Yeah. I mean, Ripley's gonna get cheered anywhere she goes. I just feel like they're both heels at the moment.
Yeah.
And this match shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, really.
But
I mean, like you said, this is depending on the crowd. Maybe they'll start cheering her, and then they'll go that route with her. Maybe because who else is a babyface on there? I mean, there's not really Asuka and Naomi, but they're in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
If one of them wins it, then who knows if you would Ripley next besides Shayna and Nia.
Man, I don't know what's going on with the women, and I don't know what's going on with them. It's tough.
It is tough. It's strange.
It's tough out there. We keep getting the same matches every month.
It's like we didn't. I mean, the SmackDown Women's division needed help, and I'm glad they did get the help with the call-ups. It's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. What don't you like about it?
I'm iffy on it. I'm iffy on it. Storm, super happy about.
Yeah.
Shotzi, could care less about.
Why?
I'm just not a big fan. I'm not.
I think this will work.
I think she's cool. I'm not a big fan. I'm not sold on her.
Even in NXT, you never liked her in NXT.
I was just like, it was always like, maybe it was because they had with Ember Moon, and I fucking hate Ember Moon. Not that I hate Ember Moon. I just hate like how they like presented her.
Yeah,
like she was this monster. She beat Shayna. You know what I mean? She did all this stuff. She got called up. got squashed and shit, and then brought her back down, and then try and make her the same person she was before. It was like, it's not believable anymore.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
The thing with this tag team with the Tegan Nox now is like I kind of like it better in my opinion.
I like Tegan Nox too.
Like
that one, it was cool, good call-ups. The only one I was iffy on is Shotzi. I'm like,
no, that's what I was gonna say. Like them two together is a great pairing over Shotzi and Ember. They teamed before Ember even returned, so and they fit well together. So I think this could be a really big thing. You know, now it's SmackDown tonight. Like I said, this is recorded on Friday, so it's SmackDown tonight. The crowd's back. They can get a big reaction every single match. I think it'll work out for the best. They both have basically the same personality, which pretty much works all the time in tag teams. So I think this will be better. Definitely better, at least better than Shotzi and Ember.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was iffy on Shotzi and Ember first when they started teaming up, and then I got used to it. And I actually liked it. I'm not gonna lie. And then this time too, at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, but then already after the match, I'm like, okay, they kind of have the same personality, and it's like I think they can do great things in a way where I don't think it'll be a bad decision. I don't think there'll be a bad team in general. I wish I could have kept it from the start, but Tegan got injured. Yeah, I have a feeling that was the plan. To team them together.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Also talking about NXT, how do you feel about the whole Mandy Rose situation?
I was confused. Like I literally 24 hours prior to that, she was teaming with Dana Brooke, feuding with Natalya and Tamina. Then all of a sudden, the next day, we just see her on NXT with literally no explanation given. She's just there.
I don't know what
I don't
happened with that. I don't know.
Apparently, what I read is that
it's a trade.
Yeah, for Aaliyah.
Which shout out to Aaliyah.
Yeah,
she's dope as hell. Now, does that mean Stone comes up too with her, or like?
I don't know. I think it might be too raw. The only way I would
I feel like she only works like they work well as a team. You know what I mean? As her manager, the only way to bring her up is with him.
I think if what I heard was she's gonna go to Raw maybe, but I feel like that shouldn't happen. The only way I'd be cool with Aaliyah going up to the main roster is if she goes to SmackDown and teams with Liv Morgan. I think that would be a great team too. Even though I would want a Liv Morgan singles push, which we'll get to in later, but I wouldn't mind them two together as a tag team. I think that would be a great popular tag team, especially after this turn from her on NXT. Because even though that crowd's kind of dead, that crowd was actually pretty excited and hyped up when she turned on Robert Stone. So that was like they were like popping and shit. So like, I think that would benefit her the most if she went up to SmackDown specifically and teamed.
Yeah, I forgot she had turned on him. Yeah.
So I think that would be a great move. She did that. If she goes up by herself, then I don't think it'll last long. I think she'll probably like end up being squashed every other week.
I got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, because she never had a singles run. She never had a singles run, so it's hard to judge her on that. Like,
she is dope in the ring.
Yeah.
She's dope in the ring. You just gotta give people a reason to care about her.
Yeah, like I would personally.
I'm a fan of hers, so I'm all for it, her getting called up. But then again, it's like that. I don't want her to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah,
just like every other call up that happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Did you see? Shout out to I forgot her name. I should have wrote it down. I saw the post and I was like, oh shoot, that's kind of cool. One of the background extras on Raw
was on AEW Dark
on the same night. Yeah, the first person to be on both shows on the same night.
That's to be fair, both of them were pre-recorded, so it kind of made sense. Yeah. It would have been more weird. It was live and like wait.
No, but shout out to her because that means she worked Monday night and then went from where is it? Tampa
to Jacksonville.
Was it?
Yeah, Tampa to Jacksonville.
Or Miami they were
went
from
Miami,
Tampa to Miami and worked Dark. I was like, that's kind of dope.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of dope. It's not as big as like when Rue did it in the 90s, but it's kind of dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I didn't even notice anyway, and I keep up with Dark. Like I watch the highlights and stuff. I'll be honest, I don't watch the whole show because
I just can watch.
It's just a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then somebody pointed that out. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That's awesome, man. What other matches are on here?
So
Oh
yeah,
yes,
hold on, I'll give you my pick, Ripley. Sorry, I
Ripley. You
just
gonna see Ripley? Yeah,
yeah.
Ripley too. I
Even
got Ripley.
though who doesn't want to see Charlotte as
yeah,
champion
yeah,
again? Who
yeah. Who doesn't want
doesn't?
to? Who doesn't want to see
Like,
that?
come on.
Yeah. I don't think I. Yeah, I can see Ripley too. I mean, I don't. I won't be surprised if they went one more match at SummerSlam, but who knows? Who knows?
Does that mean Charlotte takes it off of her and then Ripley gets it back at SummerSlam?
Maybe. Who knows? They'll do anything to give Charlotte like 14 more championships.
Or yeah,
she could hold it for
that's a
2
fact.
seconds, literally, and they'll still count it as a championship win.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was gonna say that or a cash in, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say a cash in. Speaking of the cash in, the women's ladder match, the participants in that match are Zelina Vega. Shout out to Zelina Vega, Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan.
It's Nikki
Ash. Ash. Liv Morgan, Natalia, and Tamina. So who do you got in that match? Star-studded. Yeah, hell yeah.
Tough.
It's tough, right?
Tough. I'm gonna say personally, Liv.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Personally, Liv. I like Liv a lot. I think she's dope. I think she's gotten a lot better. Like, I think she came in cool when she got called up.
Yeah.
I think she was dope then. I think now that she's a single star, it's just putting it on display more.
Yeah.
That she's dope in the ring. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Liv.
Yeah, same thing. I was gonna say Liv because she I think this will be the time to get her a big singles run. Even though I did say I would be cool to see her with Aaliyah, which I still believe, but I also wouldn't oppose seeing her get a big singles run, especially starting off with the Money in the Bank. But I have a prediction, though. The reason why I wouldn't want to see her win the match is for this specific reason. I feel like, as of the past few weeks, Sonya Deville kind of avoiding her putting in the match and shit. I think that she might take her out of the match the day of. I think she might.
So?
Yeah, I think she might be the one to be taken out of the match, specifically by Sonya Deville, and being replaced by Sonya or anybody else.
Yeah, I like the replacement by Sonya.
Yeah, that would be cool because then that would start a feud between them two in the future.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Sonya's gonna win it if she gets replaced it, but if that's the case, I think that I would like to see a feud between them two going on. Yeah,
definitely. Who do you have second? Let's say like
Alexa
it's not Liv. You got Bliss
because it would be cooler if she went and cashed in on Rhea Ripley at some point, because I said in the previous episode that since this new Alexa Bliss character started coming along, it's literally the female version of the Fiend.
Yeah.
So
and I like it. I know a lot of people saying they don't like it. It's cheesy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing Bray was doing. It's just a female. Maybe because it's not Bray, people aren't taking a liking to it. But I like it. I think it's dope. I think it's something new for her. It's something new for her character. You know what I mean? Like we've always seen Alexa Bliss, heel, babyface, but we've never seen her try, like a dark character, and I think that's dope. Like even when she was in NXT, and like I've seen like the little doc they did of her that she was trying to do like a princess kind of character at first. So like to see her come from trying to do that, and now she's killing it with her new character, I think this is awesome.
And the reason why I brought that up is because one of the things that the Fiend is known for is not forgetting shit.
Yes, sir.
And if y'all remember back at the Royal Rumble, during mid-transition, Rhea Ripley eliminated Alexa Bliss in the Royal Rumble. So I think that'd be cool if she won the Money in the Bank, cashed in, and then that'll technically make her 2-time Money in the Bank winner because she won back 2 years ago. And that would be a great thing. It'd be like, yo, you cost me my Royal Rumble opportunity. I should have been in the Rumble at Mania. And then now I cost you your championship.
That's actually dope as hell. I never even thought of that. Because my second choice was going to be Tamina. Just because.
Tamina.
Tamina don't get the respect she
Yeah, that is
deserves,
true. That is
man.
true.
I think
That
she
is true.
deserves the title. But the Alexa Bliss thing is actually kind of dope. And you could do a lot of things with it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could either go a while and tease it that she's got after every title defense, or maybe it happens at SummerSlam real quick. You know what I mean? And let's say Charlotte takes it off of her this Sunday. Rhea Ripley finally gets the win in front of the big crowd, and then boop, Bliss comes out and just cashes in.
The only person that I desperately don't want to win, and I also have a strong feeling that they might go with this person, is Nikki Cross, or whatever.
Why?
Because so let me.
You don't like the new character?
No, I mean, no disrespect to her. I love it. She's a great talent in the ring, but I think she's trying to, first of all, she tries too hard with the character in general. Like, I get it. She's trying to be a baby face. She's trying to be happy. She's trying to be all that stuff, but she's trying too hard. Like, I don't know if you'll notice that, but it's like it seems like she drank fucking too much coffee in the morning. And it's like, chill a little bit. We get it. You're an happy individual, but calm down a little bit. Second, I understand there's a new character, and I feel like this is the type of character that like they're trying to force upon people. That, like, I don't hate it, but I'm not gonna be like, yes, let's go, Nikki. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think this is gonna be something that they're gonna try to force upon us. Let me explain, like, the past few, like, Rumbles and Money in the Banks. This year at Rumble, it's like a pattern kind of thing. At the Rumble this year, we had Bianca, who won the Women's Royal Rumble, who deserved to win that Rumble. Then we had Edge, who technically didn't. Yes, it's cool he won, but he didn't really deserve it or need it.
I'm not taking Edge slander. Okay,
no, okay. Like, he didn't need it. And I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. He didn't need it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
But he didn't need it. Last year's Money in the Bank, you had Asuka, so who you can kind of say who deserved it. And then you also had Otis, who didn't need it. And then the last year at 2020 Rumble, you had McIntyre, who deserved it. Then you had Charlotte, who kind of like, okay, she didn't need it right now. You know what I mean?
Didn't. She really didn't. And she used it to go after the NXT title.
Exactly. She didn't need it. And that's kind of like the pattern lately. One of them is going to be one of the matches is going to be someone who deserves it. And the other one's going to be someone who doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, not like saying that Nikki Cross doesn't need it, right? But not right now. It's not her turn yet. I think there's other people in this match, like a Liv Morgan, like a Zelina Vega, or Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Asuka, or maybe not Asuka, who need it or deserved it right now, who may be the spot. And I don't think Nikki Cross is the person who needs it right now. Like, not this Money in the Bank. So I think they might give her the Money in the Bank, and I don't think it's gonna work out though. I have a feeling it's gonna turn into like an Otis type of thing.
Yeah, that was.
Even if she cashes in, she might either fail on it, fail at cash in, or not, have it anymore, like Otis last year.
Yeah, like, are they trying to make her like a comedic character?
I don't know. That's what I thought too. I thought I was.
Was it just that she's energetic? Because when I first saw her, I was like, "Is this supposed to be like
funny?" Or
like I didn't understand it, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. I always give it the benefit of the doubt. But you are right about that. I don't think it would work with her winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah, not right now though. Not right now. She may end up developing her personality character-wise later on, but not right now. I don't think right now is the right moment to do so. But I do want Alexa Bliss to win it. I think my first option is Liv Morgan. I want to win Liv Morgan to win it, but if not her, then it's got to be Alexa Bliss. That's
a good pick. Yeah, those are good picks. Like I said, Liv or Tamina. I do like, you did kind of sell me on the Alexa Bliss. So like I think Tamina could take the L if she needs to. But
if Alexa Bliss wins, and doesn't go for Rhea Ripley and bring that up in the storyline, I'll be so tight.
Yeah,
that's the perfect opportunity, because I said this really once before.
It really is. It would be your luck that she wins and they draft her to the opposite show.
That's what I'm scared of. If it's Alexa Bliss, she has to go against Rhea Ripley. Like, it has to be her.
The way that this draft is looking, I'm so nervous with how people are going to be placed. Basically,
go ahead.
I was going to say my prediction is everybody on SmackDown is going to Raw.
That's how they always do it.
And everybody on Raw is going to SmackDown just because of how the ratings are. They think, okay, if we put this on Raw, maybe we'll get more viewers.
That's what they did last year. But
yeah, but if you give me the same BS storylines that you're giving these Raw superstars, I'm not tuning in. I'll tell you straight up, I haven't tuned in for weeks. I've been catching up on highlights and stuff. I watch highlights of each match and just see what's going on and watch the promos. I try not to watch the whole thing because it's OD. I do the Buddy Murphy. I go to wrestling.
Yeah, get the 5 minutes on Wrestle Talk.
Yo, when he said that, I was like,
I was dying. I'm like, that is
crazy. So it's crazy that someone who they're paying won't even watch it. Like, exactly. That's insane.
That is
shout out to Buddy Murphy, man. That dude's gonna kill it.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't even fucking wait. I can't even wait, man. I want him to wrestle. Fuck the 90-day clause, man. I hate that shit. Man. But anyways, next Money in the Bank ladder match, which is also high for, stacked Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins, King Nakamura, Big E, John Morrison, Ricochet, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. Who do you got?
Before we even talk about who we think is winning, look at the list and tell me who you think deserves it the most. I'm going to tell you the same thing. And then we'll go in who we think is going to win. Because my most deserved is different than who I think is going to win. Who my prediction.
Yeah. You want to say the deserved 1 on 3?
Wait, you go first.
Fine. I think Big E.
Yeah, Big E. Yeah, I think so too, Big E. So I think Big E is the most deserving. Do I think he's going to win it? No.
I agree with that too, yeah.
It would be awesome because my whole thought, well, with all these rumors coming about of the main event of SummerSlam, or not main event, but the world title match.
Yeah.
I found something interesting. I found interesting all the articles I was reading about this rumor that's happening about who's showing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw it.
I saw it too, yeah.
Nothing involved the title.
What do you mean?
Nothing involved the title. I'm saying.
Oh, you think it's going to cash in on the same night?
Not even that. I think I know we're jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were going to do the titles first and then this is what made sense.
Okay, you can bring it up title now and then talk about it again later.
Okay, the Bobby Lashley Kofi match. I think Kofi's winning.
You think so?
And I think we're gonna get SummerSlam announced cash in like RVD did in 2006 versus John Cena. And I think we're gonna get Kofi versus Big E.
Ooh.
For the title.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think that would be a dope
great
storyline.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or maybe some type of thing that we get Big E versus Kofi for the title. I think that would be a dope match.
Yeah.
For some reason I see that in the horizon.
Oh, I don't know.
And this is only if Big E wins.
Yeah.
This is only if Big E wins, which I think he's the most deserving.
Yeah.
Now, do I think it's going to happen?
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
Not at all. My pick, and I've been saying it for months. I've been saying it. It's Riddle, baby. It's Riddle.
I was gonna say Seth Rollins.
Oh, you got Rollins?
Yeah, I got Rollins.
I like that.
I wouldn't mind that because that's something like, and then apparently he's rumored to feud with Edge after Money in the Bank. I think that's a great way to like start off the Money in the Bank. Then against Edge, the ultimate opportunist kind of goes along with the Money in the Bank theme. Makes sense and great storyline purposes there. So that's why I think it may start off, then eventually, kind of like throwback to WrestleMania 35, I think it was, or not 35, 31, and then he just ran out of nowhere, just came out and just cashed it in. I think it's gonna be unexpected. I think he knows how to deliver that. But I think it's gonna be Seth Rollins. I feel like they're gonna bring him back up with the world title picture, and it's gonna be through cashing.
I think that would be dope. I think it would be dope.
But originally though, because there are also rumors that they're planning on moving the draft back a month or two.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the week after, the Monday after, the night after SummerSlam, August 30th.
Yeah.
And apparently they're moving it to like the beginning of October. which is kind of stupid. But my original,
they did that last year.
They haven't announced it yet. They haven't made it official. So as of right now, toward for WWE, it's still on August 30th.
Yeah.
But that's sort of the rumors are coming across. It's if that happens, then my theory was ruined with my original pick. But if it's still planning on doing on August 30th, then I think I might go with Drew McIntyre. Because no, hear me out. I think I said this other times before too, how I plan it out. So my storyline with this, if Drew McIntyre wins it, is Drew McIntyre wins. Now he holds the briefcase, and now he can cash in on the WWE Championship.
Oh yes, yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah. So then that's the thing. Like now Bobby's a champion, MVP, and Bobby bring up to Pierce and DeVille that he can't cash in on Bobby because he lost at Hell in a Cell. So that way, DeVille and Pierce make a rule that McIntyre has to wait until Bobby loses it to cash in on the WWE Championship. So then you have Drew McIntyre, figure out a plan on how he can get the title off of Bobby so that we can cash it in. So that's when you have Drew McIntyre bring back somebody who specifically can beat Bobby and have Drew McIntyre be able to beat the guy who beats Bobby. And the person to do that is the person who Drew McIntyre beat for the WWE Championship the first time, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, no.
I'm fucking with you.
No. That's that. Well, no.
And the person is Cedric Alexander.
Akira Tozawa. No. But Brock Lesnar. And then that's where you set up a feud for SummerSlam. And then that's when you have Brock beat Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. Then that's when you start the teasing. Like he comes out, Drew McIntyre comes out, acting like he's gonna cash in on Brock. You do that on SummerSlam, the night after SummerSlam, and the week after that, which is the first day of the draft. Yeah. And then, because you know how the draft does, a certain amount of people on the first day, certain amount of people on the second day. You have Drew McIntyre be a part of the second day of the draft, so that way he's not on a brand yet. Then the second day of the draft, you have Drew McIntyre get drafted to SmackDown. So it's like, oh shoot, he's on SmackDown now. But then he also announced that he's going to be on Raw, his last Monday night on Raw till next year, for the Monday Night Raw directly after the second day of SmackDown of the draft. Okay. So that way he's still up here on Raw. So he's going to think, oh, he's going to cash in then. He's going to be in the WWE Championship over to Raw, SmackDown. Then plot twist, he cashes in on Roman that SmackDown the day he gets drafted. So that way he could be the one to dethrone Roman, and it's a shock factor right there. No one's gonna expect him to cash in on Roman.
Yeah, no, that's
I think that's the way to do it. But if they're gonna postpone the draft for a month, then no, don't do that.
Yeah,
because then it makes sense.
The McIntyre situation, though,
even if he goes to SmackDown and doesn't cash in before. I mean,
McIntyre is tough right now.
Yeah,
McIntyre to me, personally, hot take, he is on my Sheamus list right now.
He is. What? What? I still like McIntyre.
Can't really make me care about him. Right now I'm just like, I'm over McIntyre. I liked his little title run. It was cool. Cool. You know what I mean? Like it was alright. Now they're just, I don't know. I'm just like not feeling him right now.
I think he's still there.
I really don't want to see him as Money in the Bank. I
would agree with. I don't understand. Tough. Like, yeah.
Like my pick was Riddle, and second to Riddle would probably be Owens. I think Owens is the man. I think Owens should be champion.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Ricochet.
No,
I'm not feeling that either.
Yeah.
It's not not that I'm not feeling it. I think it's more it's not believable for me.
Yeah.
I maybe it's just me that I still have that old mindset that I'm like, is Ricochet really gonna take the belt off of Roman or Bobby? Like,
yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah. It's a cash in, so it can happen at any point. And I know in the typical one-on-one match, that wouldn't happen, like in the case.
No.
But
unless you built up Ricochet really good.
Yeah. So I don't think that was gonna happen. It's
Yeah,
cool to see him in
but
the match because the match itself is gonna be ridiculous.
yeah. I think it should close the show unless you're doing something with it at the end. I
Yeah.
think it should close the show. I always think the big matches should close the show. Yeah, you got the title, you got whatever. Money in the Bank should be the last match, especially on the show. Money in the Bank, unless you're gonna start teasing it already, or you're gonna cash in. You know what I mean? Other than that, Money in the Bank should be closing the show.
Yeah.
It should be having either the women's open and the men end, or that's the only way.
They're probably gonna do that. Like one Money in the Bank match in the beginning, the other one at the end. It's probably what they're doing to do.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But yeah, I really like Riddle. I told you why I like Riddle. It just opens the door.
I wouldn't be mine. The reason why I forgot to mention this during
what's up?
The reason why I said before why I didn't want Randy and RK Bro to win the tag titles is because I also think that Randy Orton is going to come back at Money in the Bank and turn heel on Riddle.
Ooh.
I think he's going to turn heel, and that's going to get a lot of heat. I think people aren't going to like that. Obviously, I wouldn't like that either. But I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to cost him the match. Okay. One other prediction, I'm going to call this right now too. The end of the pay-per-view, at the end of the match, the men's match. My prediction is that the Fiend is going to return and start feuding with the Money in the Bank winner.
You think so?
I think, or somebody. It doesn't have to be the winner, but he's probably going to either at the end or during the match to cost somebody the winning it. And
who's the last person that he's had contact with?
Randy Orton at Money in the Bank. I mean, no, not Money in the Bank. WrestleMania. Yeah, but I think he should. If anything, I think he should start feuding with McIntyre. That would be a great feud. And I think he should cost him the briefcase, and that's how he doesn't win it. So it makes it he just the lights turn off like how he always does it, and then he pops up on the ladder, and then McIntyre sees him. He does the mandible claw, throws him off the ladder. Lights turn back off. He's gone.
Yeah, and then Riddle climbs the ladder.
And the winner comes up. That would be a cool thing to do. That's a great way to have him return because no one's gonna.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
My reason I'm picking Riddle was for down the line having matches against Bobby, Roman, or even Brock if he returns, but also to set up the
Brock one.
No, set up him and Randy splitting.
That's why I don't want him to. That's also another reason why I think he's not going to win it because even if Randy doesn't turn heel on him, I think they're going to go for the tag titles. He could hold the Money in the Bank while being tag champ, but I think that's the main goal first, then feud with Randy.
And I think that's where you started. I think that's where you started. He's like, wow, we're tag champs, and I'm Mr. Money in the Bank, and he constantly reminds him. Yeah, and he's like, I won Money in the Bank. Like I could go against a champion whenever I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then slowly down the line, you see that Randy is getting angry with him and getting that jealousy rage.
I feel like he was just starting that before he stopped being on TV. That's why I was thinking I think he might turn heel soon.
Makes sense.
But who knows? Who knows? It may not last that long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that was my thought. Him and Randy, this leading to him and Randy feuding, and then maybe you even have a match. Of course, he doesn't lose it because you always have the Money in the Bank up for grabs. You have that kind of match with Randy, you know what I mean? But he doesn't lose it. And then that's when that rivalry ends. And then that's when, because right now, Riddle, people still look at Riddle as a mid-card guy. I feel like if he goes into this storyline with Randy as feuding with him, he'll prove to people that call him just a mid-card talent that he could be a household name. You know what I mean? That he could hold the title and actually make something of it. You know what I mean? So I think that Randy would be that stepping stone. So once he beats Randy and that rivalry ends, we'll see him start in different storylines
and stuff like that
with the champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's Bobby, McIntyre,
Roman,
or Brock, I would love it.
Oh man,
because that was my whole thing. I was like, if he the build up for Survivor Series, even though now it's looking like Goldberg having. I think I told you that. I was like Roman and Brock staring at each other. They go at it, and then Riddle just comes in, cashes in on Roman, and then we finally get the Riddle Brock at Survivor Series, representing for each brand.
Yeah. That's why I also had thought about the Drew McIntyre if he cashed it on Roman. Because if you cash it on Roman, you still get to see a Bobby versus Brock rematch. You still get a Roman versus Drew McIntyre rematch at Extreme Rules. Yeah. And you get a Drew McIntyre versus Brock rematch at Survivor Series. So it still benefits 3 great feuds, 3 great matches, and stuff like that. So that's why I thought it would be beneficial if he did that. But no, I mean, there's a lot. Who knows? I mean, I think Money in the Bank.
There's so much stuff that could happen, and I bet you they won't do zero. Much. They won't do anything.
Shit. Yeah, they won't do shit.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you want Riddle? Cool. You know who we're giving this to? We're gonna give this to Morrison. And you know who Morrison's gonna feud with? Nobody. He's just gonna hold it, and he's gonna do the same thing the Miz did.
They have to make up for orders last year. They have to make up for that. Like at least give to somebody and have a great run with it.
You would think. Think they have to make up for a whole lot.
Yeah.
But will they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those that's like it's tough, man.
Yeah.
But I think Riddle deserves it. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I do think Biggie is the one who
needs it.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
Needs it. But I think it's more. I think it's better for Biggie if it comes naturally.
Yeah.
Instead of him having to put himself in title matches, it's better for him organically to get a title match.
Yeah.
Work his way to, you know what I mean? It makes more sense for his character of like, wow, he's like going through it. He had to he had to split with his brothers. Now he's on his singles run.
And he's killing
he had to work and claw his way for a title shot rather than just win the Money in the Bank and cash in.
Yeah.
Riddle, it makes more sense. Not saying that he didn't work his way to it, but it makes more sense for his character. His character is more laid back, like he doesn't really care. I'll cash in right now tonight if you want me. You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
I'll do it right now if you want me to. I'll just cash in.
I feel like Biggie is like, even though he has his comedic moments, I feel like he's too serious for the Money in the Bank. I think that's why also it didn't work when John Cena won it. Like when it didn't work because of that. He was too serious. That's why when Brock won it, they made jokes about it. You know what I mean? He held it like a boombox. Like he had to not be so serious for it to work.
Yeah.
So I feel like Biggie is too serious of a character. That's why I feel like McIntyre too would be like, it's tough. So Riddle, I feel like is the best fit, but also it would work with anybody else, like Ricochet, Owens, Nakamura, even Rollins, because you know Rollins has already had it.
The drip god.
Yeah, but I think it's Riddle's time.
I think it's Rollins. I think Rollins. I feel like it's Rollins.
I just don't want to see another Rollins Roman match. I know it's what everybody wants.
Who knows? It'd probably be Edge winning it, and then all of a sudden he catches in the same night.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Sending a triple threat at SummerSlam.
Yep, because then you got the Ultimate Opportunist getting cashed in on the thing that he did first.
Yeah,
and then have him complain about it
because it's 10 years, and then all of a sudden he gets it. He only has a couple of seconds of fame.
Yeah,
type of thing.
But also, he was the first one.
But speaking, we can also get into that match. Might as well the Universal Championship match, Edge versus Roman. Who you got winning that match, anyways?
It's tough.
Besides, like the Money in the Bank cash-ins.
I would like Edge to win. I would like to see Edge have a championship moment again.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be Roman.
Yeah, I think Roman's gonna keep it. Like I said before, if the Usos win the tag titles, I think they might as well just keep it on Roman for at least a little bit longer, so that way we get to see the moment with the Bloodline having titles with them. But now, since I thought about it, I kind of agree with your Tamina pick. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, because what if they split up? What if like she wins it, like they still are tag team, and then all of a sudden You know, we had a segment backstage with Roman and Tamina. Like, yo, join the bloodline. You got a briefcase now. You could not be in a tag team anymore. You know what I mean? Unless they somehow join
You're in
and
the
have Natalia.
family.
Yeah. If they somehow drag in Natalia, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. But
I feel so bad for Natalia.
yeah.
Like,
I love the team personally, but like
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but like it's kind of stop that at the moment. But like it would be cool if like she wins it and like they kind of convince her like, oh, just join the family. Could we help you cash it in?
Yeah.
And then
it would make sense.
Yeah.
It would be really cool too to see Tamina doing something that mattered. You know what I mean? Like, even though the tag belts do matter, but like,
yeah,
they don't have like a big storyline. Like when Nia and Shayna were champions. You know what I mean? Like,
I think this feud with Tegan and Shotzi will be their big feud. I think that would be a great feud. Like I said, I have high hopes for this team with Tegan and Shotzi. I think they'll be big. With the crowd now being back, it's like, okay, now they might get a big reaction out of it.
Yeah.
So I think this might be big.
I don't know about them being champions. So,
and not as soon as possible, but like eventually they'll
down
get
the line.
There. Yeah, down the line. Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool if like I think it'll make sense for now to have Roman win it and retain it. I don't think if you're gonna have the Usos win, then might as well have Roman retain it.
Give me Edge and John Cena at SummerSlam.
Ooh, yes.
Nah, imagine.
I would actually wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. It's probably better than most of the feuds they have. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Want to sell tickets? But yeah, most logical is Roman Reigns. But I would like to see Edge finally get that moment.
Yeah,
because Reigns has been champion for what, a year now? Almost a year in September.
I think that's why
he came back at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's why I think that I think
if anything he loses at SummerSlam.
Yeah, the cash in might be the one who takes the title off of him, in my opinion. I don't know when, but I think that's gonna happen. So that way it doesn't really affect Roman that much.
But it's tough for him to get cashed in on.
Because if he isn't involved in the feud, kind of like what he's doing now, where it's like it's not just Edge, but it's the Mysterios. So where you have them three beat down Roman and the Usos, it's like you already have someone already beat down.
Because I was gonna say it's tough to cash in on him because of the Usos. Bobby Lashley is the more obvious choice to get cashed in on. Because it's just MVP with his cane. Yeah. I don't even know if he still has his cane.
I think he wrestled like last week. I think so. I think he's fine.
He's wrestling again, I like when he has the cane and
it's badass. Dope. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what they decide to do with it.
Yeah.
Now, will it be smart? We don't know because this booking is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But hopefully, it's actually like a dope storyline, and we finally get something that people could cheer about. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool having Bobby and Roman as champions, but it's tough right now at WWE. Like, people aren't as invested as they usually are. And that's not even because of the champions. Like, a lot of people would blame the champion, like, they're not interesting enough or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough when you're champion because that all goes on you. Like, I wonder if Bobby has those thoughts as like, wow, I'm the star of this show, and now all of a sudden there's
that's what
the lowest rating in the world, like in all time for Raw.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not his fault. I mean, like, he's doing his thing. I'm actually enjoying this. It's not his problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying.
So if I were him, I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe I'm just the champion. I should be.
Yeah, but people think about that. You know what I mean? People think about that, especially wrestlers. Like, I feel like that's a big mindset. Like, that was the whole. Like, I always read about Eddie Guerrero that he asked for Vince to take the title off of him because the house shows were doing poorly, and he felt like all this pressure on him, and he was like, "Yo, take the belt off of me." And that's why he only. That's why he to be
a champion.
Yeah, that's why he won it at No Way Out in February, and then dropped it, I believe, in July because he was like, "This is too much for me. I can't handle this pressure."
But who knows? The crowds might change that. Who knows?
We'll see. I was looking at like the pages that be reporting, and they'd be like, "Yo, tickets kind of slow for a couple shows." I mean, the pay-per-views are going fast. Like, Money in the Bank is nearly sold out. SummerSlam is going quick. You know what I mean? So they're selling tickets. It's just the regular show, the weekly shows that people are iffy about.
Yeah.
I think what they need to do is start putting more belts on the line. It's just a thought of mine.
It feels like we gotta. Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it's a great strategy to have like a championship match happen at pay per view. It's like, no, we gotta wait till this pay per view to do it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that we feel like we gotta wait a month for another title.
Which is it's a great strategy to watch the pay per views, but you also gotta like watch the shows.
Yeah,
like, I feel like back in the day, United States and Intercontinental Championship matches happen regularly, almost regularly on TV shows. Yeah. Now that's not even being. I mean, yes, Sheamus defended it recently, but it's like it's not really like it's not much.
The IC, the US, the Cruiserweight title was always defended, even the tag belts. Yeah. So put them up once in a while. Yeah. Once in a while. Like it makes sense. I think that's what is helping the other guys right now. I think that's what's helping them. I think they're giving you matches to care about rather than just Humberto in a random ass match. You know what I mean? Like in a match that doesn't matter. Actually giving you matches that this is for something. This is for this storyline. You know what I mean? They're not just putting matches together just to have matches together.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
I think that would help them a lot and make it more must see TV. Yeah, because right now it's not a must see. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that you're like, yo, I can't miss an episode of. And for a while, I would say I'm trying to think what year it was. I want to say 2016 when SmackDown went to Tuesdays. They were must-see TV.
Yes.
And then after that year, they all went to Raw. They tried to switch it and didn't have the same magic. But 2016 SmackDown on Tuesday nights was must-see TV.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you're not watching SmackDown, you're wilding because this is the best show on TV.
Yeah.
And they were doing stuff like that. Like tag belts were on the line regularly. They were giving you storylines that actually mattered. And I feel like SmackDown's finally getting back to that. I feel like they've been on a roll on SmackDown. I wonder if they have. Do you know if they have different writing teams?
I think so. I remember Paul Heyman used to produce Raw and then only Raw. So I think they do have their own separate writing teams.
It makes sense, especially when you. Yeah,
there's no way that SmackDown's writing team is on Raw. There's no way. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way because
you can't tell me that the same writers for Raw are the same writers for SmackDown because the shows are totally different.
Yeah, totally different.
Like it's crazy.
Can they call up NXT writers?
Yo, if they could call up NXT writers, I don't think Triple H will let that happen.
Yeah, hell no, not right now. But you did say for the Bobby and Kofi match. That was still your same position, like they're Biggie winning it, Kofi winning it, and then
I would like for that to happen. You know what? I'm gonna be optimistic. We're going with Kofi. I'm going with Kofi.
I can go with Bobby. I was gonna say Bobby for mine. I think Bobby might retain it.
I like Kofi. I think that would be dope. I think it would be cool. Even if Biggie doesn't win Money in the Bank, maybe Kofi wins and they do like a number one contender match.
I'm still thinking that either Xavier Woods or Kofi might join the Hurt Business. I still think that might happen.
You've been saying that.
I have a feel like it is.
I'm starting to believe it now.
I'm thinking
every time
you
say it.
And I think that might start the feud between Biggie and Bobby Lashley. I think that might be the start of it if Biggie wins. You know, like, yo, you took my guys. Now I want your title, at least. You know what I mean?
That would be crazy. That would be actually dope, too. And then we get to see a side of Kofi and Xavier that we haven't seen. We've seen New Day as heels. But we've seen them as the New Day heels.
Yeah, not like now them
being heels. Now them being under MVP and Bobby, it would be kind of cool to see what they could do.
That would be awesome. And it's a different scenario now. You know what I mean? It's like it's about time. They're still in a group, but Biggie's now by himself.
Yeah.
Still. And there was rumors that he might go to Raw for the draft, even though it's kind of not now. I don't think it's gonna happen soon. I don't think it's gonna happen tomorrow at Money in the Bank. I think it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna go on a little bit. Maybe at SummerSlam, then that's when it's gonna happen when they turn on Biggie. Maybe like Biggie tries to cash it in on Bobby Lashley. Tries to get like his ideal thing is like, oh, since Kofi didn't win it, it's my turn to cash in because now it's going to be back on the New Day side. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then maybe I don't think he's going to fail it, but I think he's going to like not make him do it now. Turn
Or
on him, not make him cash it in. Not like a fail to cash in, but like not making cash it in at all. And they both turn on him like, yo, don't cash in on Bobby.
Yeah. Well, how crazy would it be if Big E wins, right? They open the show with the Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Big E wins and inserts himself in the middle of the match, like how Rollins did, and just cashes in during the match, and just see Xavier on the sideline.
Yeah, because like
what's going on? Because he throws Bobby out the ring, picks up Kofi, and just I think that would be like
because much past Monday Night Raw, Bobby's like now furious. He's trying to. He says he's gonna go like beat the crap out of Kofi.
Yeah.
And what if that happens? Like, what if like he gets just beats the shit out of him? And then that's like kind of way to save him. Like, yo, like I'll help you. I'll go in. I'll cash in during the match, and help you win it, or at least cash in myself. And that's how you start the feud. Now Big E's WWE champ. He's on Raw now, and then it's kind of like Bobby versus Big E. But then you have Kofi and Xavier in the middle. Like, yo, that was my chance to win WWE championship.
Yeah.
But then it's also.
But I would like to see him pin Kofi.
No, that I don't think that's the way to start it though. I think if anything, it's Bobby.
I think it's the perfect way because I could see Big E as a heel. You know what I mean? I could see him as a heel, and I think it would make sense. This is just in fantasy world. This is how I would love to see it go down. Just have him insert it himself, throw Bobby out the ring, like have Kofi almost winning. Have Kofi believably winning, and you're like, yo, he might take the belt off off Bobby. Biggie comes in while maybe they did like a double down. They're both down. He just picks up Bobby, throws him out the ring. Xavier's on the sideline, like, what's going on? All confused. Picks up Kofi, does the big ending. I think that's what it's still called.
Yeah.
Does the big ending, and then 1, 2, 3, and walks out with the title. Stares down Xavier, and then just walks out. And then his explanation is, it was my time.
Yeah.
It was my time. It's Big E's time. It's not.
That's why. Oh man, that's awesome, man.
I think it would be dope because then finally you get the breakup of New Day.
Yeah.
Which they've had a great run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's almost been 10 years.
Really?
They got together what, 2013, 2014?
Okay, yeah. 7 years. Wow, 7 years. 2014. Let me check too.
New Day. Yeah, it's more close to like 7 or 8 years, but
damn,
that's all.
What does it say?
Let's see. New Day. They were together 2014. Okay.
Yeah, so 7 years.
Okay.
7 years.
7 years. 7 years.
So and that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that.
And their debut was July 21st, 2014.
So it's pretty much almost the 7 years exact.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be, dude, what? Fucking hire us, man. Been saying this since day one.
And then he was like, I would have never gotten this chance if I never left. And now I see who was holding me back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he goes through all this stuff, and then I never got the chance to win
that's how you get them to do the Hurt Business. Now they want to. I mean, now they're baby faces, I guess, and then they join the Hurt Business.
And they try to help Bobby.
Yeah.
Like they don't officially.
Yeah, join them. Just
join them. Yeah. Kind of join them, but
then maybe it's like Kofi versus Big E versus Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam, and then maybe that's the or Extreme Rules if they're still doing Goldberg.
I would do Goldberg. I would do Goldberg and Big E, and I would have them be like, you know what happens when somebody faces Goldberg for a championship? He destroys them, like, and that's when you get Big E the biggest push of his life. And when that bell rings, and Goldberg runs, and Big E ducks down, turns around, picks him up, big ending. Once. 1, 2, 3. Who's gonna stop Big E? You just created a monster. A monster. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think it's a good way to build up Big E because now you're having everybody help him. You're having him with Bobby Lashley because then they'll feud after. Goldberg's just there that one match. I don't think he'll hang around.
No. I think he's still in the 2-match contract with.
And the one was and
Rumble.
Fury 4 at Rumble. Yeah. So he's gone. You have him versus Bobby for the next couple months. You have New Day also in that. Like, it's a good way to build up Big E. It's a good way to build up a heel Big E too, because I think he could. I think he could do it.
I think so too.
I think he's capable of it, and who knows? Maybe you give him a manager. You never know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Maybe MVP turns on Bobby.
Damn.
Maybe
that's
goes
new Hurt Business.
You know what I mean?
Maybe the New Day turned on him, and they have a New Day instead of Hurt Business. You know what I mean? Same members, but
you never know.
Yeah, dude.
I think it would be dope to have Big E as champion.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it's gonna happen, that's how I would love to see it go down. I think because it's just, as we talked about, we love shock factors.
I know, I love shock.
Everybody loves shock factors.
I feel like we haven't gotten a lot recently either. That's the thing. We haven't gotten much either.
The only place we get them on the other channel right now. Now we'll start getting more because the crowds are back. Now
we got,
and there's so many people that are coming back that we'll get. Even though we know they're coming back, we don't know when.
Yeah.
Like Cena is still, they're announcing for this SmackDown, but then it's like, but he's not going to be available for that SmackDown. He's going to be at this SmackDown. And it's like, who knows? They said Becky Lynch is going to be Money in the Bank, but she's not going to appear at Money in the Bank. Who says she's not? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. She's there. She doesn't mean she's appearing.
So hopefully they keep it under wraps, because I feel like that's such a big thing. Because I feel like in the last couple months, people gonna say I'm on top of them, but AEW's been doing their thing with the shock factor.
Yeah, almost every other week. It's like, that's a whole different episode right there. Oh my god.
Malachi, Sting coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Matt Hardy thing, Brody Lee.
A lot of them, man.
You know what I mean? Like, so we need shock factor from WWE. It's tough to do it because they're such a big company and leaks are everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, AEW is still, I look at AEW, they're not a competitor of WWE whatsoever. I look at them as a glorified independent company. To me, they are like a Ring of Honor, a little above Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor is still one of the top.
Yeah.
Like, as they just had their pay-per-view, I was watching highlights. I gotta order that pay-per-view to watch it because it looked insane.
Yeah.
But they're like a glorified indie company. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because some of their guys wrestle different places. This guy has been on AEW TV. Pillman Jr. The Varsity Blondes have been on TV. They have gotten title shots.
And they just got signed. Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So, like, WWE just needs to do their thing. They need to stop looking at AEW. I don't know if they do. I know there's a lot of mention of them. A lot of wrestlers be mentioning them. I know a lot of NXT superstars got hate for them. I don't know why, but because they always be commenting on their shit when like shit goes wrong, and it's like, they're not a multi-million-dollar company that has done this for many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But WWE just needs to give us shock factors.
Yeah.
And they give us the shock factors. They need to do more stuff on weekly shows. Give me a reason to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Haven't given me a reason to watch.
Exactly.
SmackDown, yes. Raw hasn't done nothing. And I feel like if you do the Big E thing and you transfer him to Raw,
that would be the shock factor.
You keep Roman on SmackDown. Now you got two big stories happening at the same time. Boom, you got ratings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just makes sense, bro.
100%. Makes sense. Yeah.
Tell me Big E being champion would be dope.
It would.
And like
I would
in
love
that situation,
I would love
it's
that.
just like,
I would love that.
I like to see him like if he just beats Goldberg in like 5 seconds. It's
5
like,
seconds. Like,
yo,
the big ending and like the 1, 2, 3 is it.
And then who knows, after the Bobby, you might be able to build up a Brock versus Big E match.
Oh, I would love that. I would love
you
that.
You might be able to build that up.
I could.
It could be so believable that it's like, I don't know if Brock's gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you build Big E the right way, because Lashley, if he fought Brock, it's in my mind, I would see it and be like, Brock is taking the title.
But nah,
he's not.
Bobby's
not. Like, like Bobby right now, to me, like he's he's lost a lot of matches, and he was in a lot of feuds that didn't go his way. But if you build up Biggie the right way, I know everybody wants to see Bobby and Brock. I do too. But give me Brock and Biggie. I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
I think that would be sick.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. That would be cool.
It would be sick. I think that would be one of the top storylines.
Hell yeah. Wouldn't mind that at all. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do so much with it, and it's like...
Yeah, and then you have...
Yeah.
And then maybe down the line, the New Day actually joins him, and then you got...
Kofi, Biggie...
And then at Survivor Series, you could do New Day versus the Bloodline in just a 3-on-3 match. Tag champs, dude. Both tag champs and both champions.
Yeah, yeah, that's the match. Yeah, dude, that would be sick. Oh my god,
they could do a lot of things.
Hell yeah, definitely.
They just won't. They just won't because it's not marketable.
Yeah, it's not marketable. Facts. So you got Kofi that winning that match?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Kofi.
I still got Bobby. I don't know why. I still got Bobby. After all of that, I still got Bobby.
Because most likely Bobby's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
proved it on Monday. World. Yeah, exactly. So I guess we could wrap it up right there.
Yeah.
We went through the whole card. Wow, it took a while. Almost an hour and a half.
Because what happened was that we started giving side
fantasy
notes,
booking. Yeah,
side predictions. Like, if this happens,
we think too much and we fantasize too much. Man, but
that's why we're different. That's why you gotta listen, baby.
Exactly. So we'll wrap it up right there. After Money in the Bank, though, we will be going live on Spotify Green Room. The instructions on that is on the IG page of our podcast. Sir. If you haven't downloaded the app at all, go download Spotify Green Room. We're gonna go live after Money in the Bank to give our thoughts on it.
Also,
so join us
if you want to join us and DM us.
DM us,
and then when we make the room, we'll send out a link.
Exactly,
and we'll make like a group chat with everybody that has asked.